Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Girls Gotta Talk podcast. To be honest, I don't know. I would say if you're listening to this as soon as it came out, I recorded and uploaded in the same day, but I honestly don't know if this episode is still going to go up today, with it being Monday, or if I'm going to be putting it up tomorrow, which would be Tuesday. Honestly, I have no idea. Recap of my weekend. I don't know why it's just been like a roller coaster of a weekend for me, but it has been, and we're slowly getting through it, but here we are. Friday, I don't think Friday was part of it, actually. I think it was just Saturday, Sunday, and then today, if we're being honest. Saturday, for some reason, Saturday was such a just go with the flow type of day. I don't know what it is. I don't know what started it. I don't know what had happened. But do you ever just feel yourself like kind of get into like a little mood, vibe, something situation, and you just kind of ride it out? You don't try to make it better. You obviously don't try to make it worse, but you just kind of like go through it. That was kind of me both Saturday and definitely yesterday. Saturday, I don't know what it is. Saturday was just, like I said, go with the flow. Whatever happened, happened. It's been kind of rainy and stormy these last couple days, which has been kind of good and bad. Bad because even though I'm 27 years old, I hate thunderstorms. I hate thunderstorms. I'm still so scared of thunderstorms. So right off the bat right there, I don't like how this weekend went, but also kind of good because we had just gone through a heat wave, actually. It's weird because normally like a storm sometimes will like cool it down a little bit. I think it actually kind of made it a little more like muggy and gross, and sometimes just felt worse after the storm, but we are doing better. It's not as bad out anymore, but yeah, that's been both Saturday and Sunday, actually. Yesterday was actually pretty bad, if I'm going to be completely honest and like 100% transparent with you guys. Yesterday I woke up. Actually, so first of all, Saturday, I didn't wake up till like almost 10:30. So that was kind of crazy. And then Saturday, I didn't feel like super tired, but like I just slept in and it was kind of really nice. Yesterday I felt so exhausted. I don't know what it was, but yesterday I just felt like I didn't want to do anything. I kind of didn't do anything. I think I woke up at like 9:30 yesterday. Got JJ up, had some breakfast, was just kind of chilling. I finished a book yesterday. That was probably the most exciting part of my day, not gonna lie. I was reading This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. 10/10 recommend if you like a little summer romance situation in a book. It was super cute. I loved it. Loved it. It took me like a week to read, which is another thing. I feel like lately I've just kind of been flying through books. I feel like honestly within the past month and a half-ish month, I've read like 3 books, which is a lot for me. I actually would put myself as a pretty slow reader if I had to kind of judge myself, but lately I've been flying through books. So within the last month, it took me a month to read one book, and then after I finished that book, I read another book in a day, and then after that is the book I just read, and it took me a week. Honestly, I don't think I've ever finished a book that fast. If that kind of gauges and tells you how fast I read. Not that you probably care how fast I could finish a book, but I'm just super proud of myself, if I'm being honest. I'm giving myself a little credit for a minute. It usually takes me average probably about a week, or not a week, whoa, about a month, if not honestly longer, depending on when I could actually sit and pick up the book. Yeah, so like finishing 2 other books in like a course of like 2 weeks is kind of insane to me, if I'm being honest. I did, if you don't follow along, I do have a personal YouTube channel. It is just my name, Alyssa Fulton. I posted a vlog that Okay, thank you. My watch apparently heard me and searched me. What was I saying? Oh my God. My watch literally distracted me that fast. That's how fast I lose my train of thought. I have a YouTube channel. I just vlogged a day. I swapped my screen time with reading time, which kind of is what got me through the last book I read pretty quickly. But I literally I set a timer. My screen time was just under 4 hours. Which I don't know if that's good or bad. For me, that doesn't seem that bad, but it's also not that good. And I set a timer for 3 hours and 51 minutes. And granted, it took longer than 3 hours and 51 minutes because I paused the timer if I was doing something besides reading. If I had to make lunch or make dinner, or I went out to do something, or I was hanging out with JJ, all this stuff. If I wasn't strictly sitting and reading, I paused the timer so that I would read for exactly that amount of time. And I think I started it maybe 1 in the afternoon. I finished at 10 or 10:30 p.m., which isn't as bad. I honestly expected to be kind of in the middle of the night just trying to push through and finish, but it got me halfway through the book I just finished. And then I honestly, after that video, so I feel like I'm just rambling right now. I'm so sorry. Maybe that's just because of my vibe today, but I think I just need to talk and get it out. I hadn't started the book. And then I started it, got halfway through, and then didn't touch it for 5 days after I finished the video, because then I literally edited and uploaded the video in a couple days and then still didn't touch it. And then I finally picked it up a little after that and finished. But honestly, I would recommend trying it. It was actually super fun and freeing, almost a free feeling. Because I loved to just sit and read. That's it. And then also to be completely off my phone and not on it probably for as long as I typically would be during the day. So that just also felt really nice. But yeah, anyways. So that was Sunday. I finished my book. And then I just felt really when you feel just really down and out and bleh, meh type of feeling. That's honestly how I felt all day. And I was trying to contain it within myself, if that makes sense. So basically I was it started storming at 2 in the afternoon. It randomly got so dark so fast. And then all of a sudden it was pouring. And then next thing you know, it was thunder and lightning. So I took the time to actually fold laundry because I had so much laundry. I was so backed up on laundry. It's not even funny. So did that. Kind of thanked the storm for once for coming in and forcing me to sit there and fold laundry. But I knew I was getting super kind of aggravated and irritable almost. And JJ's running around per usual. It wasn't anything bad, but every time I would fold laundry and put it down, he would of course try to tend to the piles I already folded. And I knew after a while it was just gonna drive me crazy because I'm I just folded that. I don't want to refold it. I don't even want to be folding this to begin with. But I was trying to be all happy and not try to yell at him for touching everything because he's 2. What does he know? He doesn't know that this is folded laundry. Don't touch. Blah blah blah. Whatever. He just thinks he's helping, and he was so excited because he would pick up clothes and he'd be mommy's mommy sock or something. And I was folding some of his clothes and I was oh, whose are those? And he was JJ's. He just gets really excited. So I can't be mad at him. He's super cute and he was trying to be what he probably thinks is helpful, even though he wasn't, but it's okay. If you're watching this episode, I'm so sorry. I don't know how long that thumbs up was on the screen for. Every time I pull up OBS to record an episode, it always comes up with this thing where it's it needs a update, and I always press remind me later, and I probably should just update it because I think I might get rid of that. But anyways, yeah, he was trying to be super helpful and super cute and all this stuff. So I was trying not to get mad, even though on the inside I was oh my God, stop touching everything and blah blah blah. And yeah, like I could just feel it within myself, which is what I know it's kind of bad, but I also like was kind of, I guess, like self-aware that I just had to like not watch how I was like handling situations, but obviously if it's like an instance I can't really control, like why am I getting so upset about it, if that makes sense. But yeah, so that was yesterday. Today I woke up and I didn't really sleep well what? I didn't really sleep that well oh my god. This is literally how today's going. I didn't really sleep that well last night. There we go. And when my alarm went off this morning, I literally snoozed it for an hour, which I'm not going to lie is what I do typically every day. So that was really nothing new for me. But I know at like a certain time, I'm like, all right, like I have to force myself to just stay up. That's when I typically go to check my phone and turn off my alarm. Because if I turn off my alarm, I'm like, all right, I can't really fall asleep because I know me and I will go back to sleep. So turned off my alarm, started to get myself to like get ready. Typically I like sit there for a little bit and then I'll sit up in bed, but I won't like actually get up. Like I have to actually still give myself willpower to like get myself out of bed. But get up, I was getting JJ ready, got him ready for daycare, blah blah blah. He had a donut that he didn't eat last night that he had for breakfast this morning. Well, part of a donut. I didn't give him the whole thing, but he had part of a donut this morning and he was super excited for it. And he gets really excited for car rides. So he was like, Mommy, car ride? And when I was like, yeah, I was like, you want to go? And he's like, yeah. So we're going down to go to the car to bring him to daycare. And I go to start my car and it doesn't start. It like, honestly, it doesn't even like turn over. Like it's not, I don't want to say it's not doing anything. Granted, it was making like a ticking noise. And typically the only thing I've like come across with my car is like, you know, when you turn it over when you go to start it and it makes like, I don't know, like it makes a different sound, like it wants to, but just fully won't turn over. This one wasn't even doing that. Like it was just making like a ticking noise. And I was like, oh, here we go. Like, please, no. I thought maybe I did something wrong, like didn't put the key in all the way or like something stupid was just crossing my mind. And I was like, wait a minute. So I literally took the key out of the ignition and I was like, okay, like I'm just going to hope I put this in right now and it starts. Yeah, no, did not start. My car would not start this morning. And I was like, well, so that was fun. So I literally had to take JJ back out of the car because I had just got him in his car seat and everything. And he kind of fussed because we went for like where I parked was kind of a ways away. Not a ways away, but we had to walk to it. And it was a nice walk this morning. It wasn't that hot, wasn't that cold. Like it was perfect weather. He loves to go for a walk. So like he just loved the walk aspect this morning. So I feel like he just wanted to keep walking. So he kind of gave me a hard time about getting in his car seat. But I got him in and then literally had to get him back out because my car wouldn't start. So I got a whole new battery because my battery was dead, which like it happens. Like a car battery like dies. They don't last forever. That's what the lady was telling me. She was like, yeah, they only last for like X amount of years. And yeah, so I was kind of like, all right, like at least it wasn't like a car issue, so to speak. But was it what I wanted to do this morning? Not really. I did not want to walk to my car to find out. My car was dead. But it is what it is. Yeah, today was probably the most like Mondayest Monday I've ever experienced because typically I love Mondays. Has today been a pretty good Monday? Not really, but we're pushing through. It is what it is. What am I gonna do? Honestly, after the weekend I also had and felt I was like today was just extending it. Like it was just bringing on a little more, if that makes sense. But anyways, thanks for listening to my ramble to begin this episode. Streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, anywhere you stream your podcast, or we are here on YouTube. Girls Gotta Talk podcast. Honestly, if you still come and talk, or not talk, but listen to me talk after, I feel like I just rambled forever over pointless stuff, my day, my weekend. I appreciate you because, I don't know, I feel like this is kind of what a podcast is for. Just sit and talk. I feel like mostly I always want to just kind of get straight to the topic because I feel like that's what you came here to listen to. But then again, like, you just came here to listen. I hope, because I definitely just talked a lot. But anyways, hello, happy Monday or Tuesday. I don't really know when this is going up. My episode today is actually like strictly for Mondays, which I thought would be perfect with the fact that, like I just said, I typically love Mondays. I feel like that's a very unpopular opinion. A lot of people do not like Mondays. Obviously, it's after the weekend. It's the day you're going back to work. Does anyone want to go back to work? No. Do we slowly get back into the things in like the middle of the week? Maybe, but like the beginning of the week, no one wants to go back and do anything. So I don't blame you if you don't like Mondays, but I guess I'm on the opposite end of that spectrum, and I actually love Mondays. I've started to not mind working them. I used to hate working Mondays, obviously. But now I actually don't mind working them if I have to. But at the same time, like, I love having them off. With the whole thing going down this morning, I did call out of work this morning because my car would not start for me to get to work this morning. So, yeah, so I was supposed to work today. I do obviously now have it off because, well, not obvious. That's not obvious. I'm so sorry. But I do have it off now because my car. But anyways, yeah, and I was also thinking, and I was like, wow, my podcast episodes go up on Mondays. I schedule them for Mondays, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And I was like, wow, if I had a episode that's like directed for Mondays and I put it out on a Monday and people listen to it on a Monday, that'd be kind of like, that'd be crazy. Like, that'd be good planning. But here we are. It might be Tuesday when you're listening to this. Or no, it might be Tuesday when this comes out. I don't know what day you guys actually listen to my podcast, whether or not it comes out on the day or a few days later. Either way, I love you and thank you for still coming to listen. But this is kind of directed towards Mondays. So if you are listening to this on like a Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe we'll just re-listen or like think about this when the following Monday comes around, if that made sense. So of course, I feel like I give my credit to where credit is due. I don't know if that counts for anything, but this is another Instagram inspired episode. I got these from Instagram. The Every Girl Instagram is her app. Well, the Every Girl is her app on Instagram. I obviously want to give my credit to where credit is due, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just a fond person of like, you give me topics, because if I can just talk about a certain thing, I love it. It's the same way with journaling and writing. If you give me a prompt, I would love to do that rather than like free write, if that makes sense. So this is just my way of doing things. I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I really, really loved this topic, honestly, because of everything I just explained. So I feel like it just fit really well for me. So I think I did take a couple off. Like, they had a list of things, and I did take a couple off, but these are basically just like tips and tricks and whatever you want to call it to make Monday the best day of the week. You probably will never ever think that Monday is the best day of the week, but try some of these and I promise you it might not be the best day, but it'll be better than how you probably look at it now, if that makes sense. The first thing I have was start your day off with something just for you, and I feel like this should probably be an everyday thing. Obviously, like, do things for you all the time. But even if you wake up and you go for a walk, or you go and get yourself a cup of coffee, or you go and get yourself breakfast, you have breakfast by yourself, a little solo date. Honestly, what's a better way to start off the day? Especially on a Monday. I'll wait. There's nothing better than going and just getting a cup of coffee, honestly, every morning, but especially on a Monday when you're not looking forward to the week, you're not looking forward to going back to work. A Monday, yeah. A coffee, I promise you, will make your day a little better. Even if you take a nice shower, nice wake up shower type of situation, if you sit there and read a little bit, if you wake up that slightest bit earlier and you watch the sunrise, you just see that morning light. I swear it's so weird to like think about and say, but morning light sometimes, I feel like that within itself can put you in a pretty good mood. I usually am not up early enough to experience that, but I kind of want to. Maybe I'll force myself to. Maybe I'll set an earlier alarm and see that morning light. It's so nice. It's so obviously early, but it's so like a blissful little feeling. Like it's, I don't know, it's just like a quiet morning. Nothing crazy is going on quite yet during the day. I think it might be worth it. I might have to set my alarm a little early one of these days, and I'm more of a sunset person, but maybe I'll watch a sunrise. But back to that. You're just sitting alone and taking the morning slow. There's nothing better than a slow morning, especially on a Monday, if I had to say so. Slow mornings are just, I don't know. As a mom, you don't typically get them a lot. Like once you wake up, it's like your kid's already up. They're ready to go. He's always ready to play. He's always ready to go for a car ride. He's ready to do this and this. I don't know how they wake up with so much energy. I kind of wish I did because situations would be a lot different. But a slow morning sometimes is just perfect. The next thing that I had, like I just said, eat breakfast. Whether it's going to get breakfast, sitting by yourself, enjoying whatever you make for breakfast. I'm actually not typically a breakfast person. I don't know, like my typical wake up time is anywhere between like 8 and like 9:30, like I just said. Like I said, 10:30 was like sleeping in for me, which is really nice, but 9:30 would probably be like the latest I'll let myself sleep, because by then, like I know JJ's up by then. He probably wants to get up and do things. I know I have to change his diaper, probably get him out of his pajamas, like all that stuff. But in the morning, I feel like I just yelled that. I'm so sorry. In the morning, I'm not typically a person to sit and eat breakfast. I don't know, like I might be hungry, but I don't know. There's something about in the morning I'm just not ready to eat yet. And by the time I actually like want to eat, or like my stomach actually starts to growl because I'm hungry and I haven't eaten quite yet, it's like 11, 12 o'clock. So then by then I'm just like, it's lunchtime. I'll have breakfast, like breakfast foods during the day. Like I'll be like that breakfast for dinner type of person. No problem. I will have breakfast food at any time. Breakfast at breakfast time is kind of a rare occasion for me. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I'll just sit and have like some toast, a bagel. I could always go for a bagel. I don't know if that's considered breakfast food. I consider it breakfast food. But I love bagels. I love bagels. You can never go wrong with a bagel. That's another thing any time of the day. I would honestly have that as like a meal. Obviously, it's not like as filling as a meal. You'd have to have something else to go with it. But a breakfast is always good. Or if you're just sitting there eating a banana to start your day, some yogurt. I don't know, just something small. They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So if you just sit there in your slow morning, eat a little breakfast, maybe your Monday won't be as bad as you're thinking it might be. The next thing I have is plan something. Oh, not I have. The next thing on the post was plan something to look forward to tonight or that night, like Monday night. I loved this because I feel like that makes your Monday and your day seem so much better. Like you can't wait to get to this one little thing, whether it's watching a TV show or like a new show that came out, a new episode that came out, a movie that just came out and you haven't watched, or a movie you just randomly thought about and you're like, wow, I haven't seen that in a while. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. catching up on YouTube videos. I love that. I love getting ice cream and just sitting on the couch and watching YouTube videos. See, like now I'm just thinking about it and I'm like, wow, like what can I do tonight that'll like be super fun? I've wanted to see Inside Out. I haven't seen Inside Out yet, and Inside Out 2 just came out. Is that what it's called? Inside Out. Is that right? Why does that sound wrong? Let me Google it. But 2 just came out, and I haven't seen the first one yet. Yeah, it is called Inside Out. Okay. Inside Out 2 just came out, but I haven't seen the first one, and I heard it's a really cute movie, and I've really been wanting to see it, so I keep thinking that I want to watch the first one so that I can watch the second one whenever it comes to like Disney Plus or anything. I don't think it's on Disney Plus yet. I might be wrong. Might be totally wrong. But I know it just came to theaters, so I wouldn't think it's on already, but it might be. I don't know. I'll have to do some research. I'm not really invested in the second one yet because I haven't watched the first one. So I have been trying to figure out when to watch it. I don't know if JJ will sit and watch it with me, so I'm kind of thinking if I even want to like watch it with him, try to get him to sit and watch it, or if I would watch it like when he goes to sleep. That way like I could actually watch and won't have to like stop or pause it or anything. So that is something I've kind of been looking forward to whenever I plan to do it. But yes, just wake up in the morning. We'll set your routine. We'll wake up in the morning, take it slow, watch the sunrise, get a coffee, eat some breakfast. As you're getting ready for work and you're hating that you want to drive to work right now, you're just going to sit there and think that tonight you're ordering your favorite dinner you're going to take out, even though it's a Monday. And honestly, I feel like for me personally, when I think of like takeout food, like pizza or like treating yourself, that's like a Friday, Saturday situation because it's like a reward that you made it through the week. But we can change the game this week. It'll be a Monday. You're going to order your favorite pasta dish, I don't know, and you're going to sit and watch your favorite movie and maybe even do like a little self-care type night type of situation. You're going to sit there with your meal with a face mask on, feet up on the couch, and devouring your favorite pasta dish. To me, I think I just mapped out my day today. But anyways, I guarantee you that'll make your Monday a lot better. I don't know how it could be any better, but I feel like it could definitely make a Monday feel like not so much a Monday anymore. The next thing I have is, the next thing that was on the post was take your lunch break and listen to your favorite podcast. I love this. I always have said to myself that I wanted to bring my AirPods to work, and if I work like a double and have to go on lunch or something, I can sit in my car. Mostly I just sit in my car and have my like my phone playing through the Bluetooth, which then I have to like adjust the volume because like I don't need everyone listening to like what I'm listening to. They probably don't care or want to hear it, but I'm like, oh, even if I like sit inside just at like a little table and like put my AirPods in, that could be an option too. And I'm just saying, like if you're going on lunch and you don't really want to be talking to either coworkers or anyone and you just want to have like a minute to yourself, throw some headphones in, throw some headphones on. Sorry, I just got distracted. And either a podcast or some music, or still pull up like a YouTube video and play or listen to that while you're eating a lunch. I don't know. For me, like that seems good to me. I'm always like, I swear my AirPods are like glued to my ears when I'm at home. So the fact that they'll be glued to me when I'm out, like I still am like, oh, I'm a very like to myself person. If I'm on a break or like lunch or something, do I want to be sitting there and talking to anyone that walks by? No, not really. Like that's my minute for myself. So this was kind of like ideal to me. I really liked this option. The next thing that they had was do something physical. And this was kind of like the first thing I was talking about. Go for a walk or exercise. I don't know. I'm not really an exercise type, so that's not going to probably be the first thing that pops into my head. I'm not going to lie. I would go for a walk or something along those lines. Just get your body moving. I never actually understood when people are like, oh, it feels so good to like get your body active and like get your body moving. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like that, does that even make sense? No, like when you go for a walk, like it feels so good. It feels good for you because like they said, like you got your body moving and you probably don't even realize how nice it is or like how nice it is. Not even just for you like physically, but like mentally and everything. I highly recommend just if you're feeling down, out of it type of thing, just go for a walk. It clears your head. Honestly, with the weather, depending on when you go during the day, it feels super nice. You won't realize that's kind of what you've been needing in the day, if that makes sense. Just always highly recommend walks. Highly, highly, highly recommend. The next thing that I have, oh my God, I'm so sorry. If they end up listening to this podcast, I don't mean to take your credit. It's force of habit to say next I have. Because on my other episodes that are not Instagram based, I don't know. The next thing that was on the post was plan on cooking or ordering your favorite meal for dinner. I feel like I'm just repeating myself in this. I think I skipped the gun on some of these and just combined everything into one. Like I said, this is when you're ordering your favorite meal, your favorite pasta, your pizza, your tacos, your burritos, your whatever you're feeling that day. Italian food, Spanish food, I don't know what else food. Order it. You might be thinking and you're like, oh, should I really order out again? But order it. Order it. Do it. I'm also not a person that cooks much, so like if I had to think about ordering food, I would 100% be like, all right, I'm gonna order it. Because do I want to cook? Not really, if I'm being honest. I'm not the best cook. If I'll just put it out there, I'm not the best cook. I don't typically like cooking. Like I'll do it sometimes, but like it's not my favorite thing to do, honestly, and I'm not that good at it. So I feel like ordering your favorite meal is just all around a good time. It's a good time coming for the night. It's what you didn't know you needed, what you didn't know you wanted. You didn't know that you were going to have a Monday feeling type Monday and you want to go home and just order your favorite food. Like I said, put your feet up on the couch, throw on that movie or that TV show, the new episode that just came out, and watch it with your favorite meal. Glass of wine if you're of age. A nice little, maybe a treat, a soda. What's that thing that they came out or that everyone loves? I wanted to try it. Olipop? Is that what it's called? I don't know what they're called. They're like prebiotic sodas. I've wanted to try it for the fact that I personally just think I drank too much soda to begin with, and I always have, but I never really did anything about it. But I heard they're really good and just not as bad for you. So I wanted to try those, honestly. So maybe that'll be a great thing. I was just talking about watching Inside Out. Maybe I'll get an Olipop. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Like, I feel like that's not even a thing. But I think that's what they're called. Try that out. Maybe I'll order some food. I don't know. That sounds like a day to me. But, I feel like I was saying something before this and I forget. I don't know. And I feel like growing up, when I was in high school, I knew there was a couple shows I watched that came out on Monday nights, so I always looked forward to that. So I feel like that gets really exciting because there's still shows that are coming out. I don't know what typical like days TV show comes out on. I don't actually like have cable, so if anything, I'm watching whatever gets uploaded to like Hulu or anything, HBO Max, and I know like those come out on those a few days after it comes out on like the cable TV, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I feel like that's just my favorite thing. Like I always think about like Mexican food, like burritos or tacos, and just the fact of like a day where I'm like, I'm just going to order it is always the best night for me. So never mind doing it on a Monday. The next thing that I have from the post, like I said, I did take a couple off, but this is the last thing I had from it was get dressed in an outfit you love. I feel like, especially like for a Monday, when you're getting ready in the morning, you're probably not putting in what you think is like your 100% effort or anything, which I don't blame you. It's a Monday. Do we really want to be doing all that? Probably not. But I feel like there's always just the look good, feel good situation, like a look good, feel good mentality. Look good, feel good, do good, be good. I don't know. And I feel like there's no better day to have that type of, I don't know, situation mentality of it than a Monday. Because on a Monday, I can tell you when I wake up, I probably want to throw on like a pair of sweatpants, a t-shirt or a sweatshirt, and like call it a day. That's all I want to be wearing. I want to be comfy. It's a Monday. Do I want to try? No, not really. But I feel like when you get dressed and you're putting on a cute outfit, you're putting yourself together, you're actually doing your hair, you're actually putting on some makeup or something to just like that little extra bit of effort that you wouldn't typically put in on your morning routine or when you're getting ready in the morning. I feel like you'll just feel better like with yourself. And if you feel good during the day, you'll do good during the day. Like I said, look good, feel good, 100%. And watch. Oh my God, that is the perfect thing. Look good, feel good, get dressed in the morning, put on a cute outfit, do your hair, put in like a little, like, even if it's like 2% effort that you don't normally put in on a Monday, go throughout your day, get yourself a good cup of coffee after you've had a good breakfast. Honestly, I would say what I've noticed is like, you know how a lot of people have like that fake like phone voice or like their fake like be nice voice? Do that during the day. Put yourself in a good mood. Give everyone else a good mood. Maybe they'll give a good mood back. It'll be a good day. You won't run into anyone that'll make you want to like scream and cry on a Monday. And go home, order your favorite dinner, put on your movie. Oh my God, this all bundles into it like in itself. I love this. I'm loving it for you already before you've even done any of this. But I hope you take some of this advice, and whether you do it tonight, I don't know if this episode is going out today. If it is, I hope you do it tonight. And if you don't, the next coming Monday, it'll be, so the 4th of July is this coming week. So this will be, if you do it next Monday, it'll be a Monday after like a holiday weekend. Perfect time. Perfect time. You've had a long weekend to rest and set yourself up for a Monday being the best day of the week. I'm just saying. I'm putting it into perspective for you. I'm putting good vibes your way for that to actually happening. I'm speaking it into existence. I hope the next Monday you have is the best day of your week. But anyways, with that being said, that is all I have for this episode. I love you guys so much. I'm so sorry I didn't tell you this episode was going to be late. I definitely posted it on the Instagram for this Girls Gotta Talk pod Instagram. I put it up super late. It was like after 10 a.m. and some of you are probably even like looking for the episode or wondering where it is. It was going to be late. And honestly, if I'm being honest, I didn't even like, because I was in such a weird rut mood yesterday, I honestly didn't even feel like wanting to record. I thought about setting up last night and recording and just pushing through and putting it out because I love recording the podcast. Like, don't get me wrong. I love recording episodes. And I thought maybe if I sat down and just recorded this episode, I would get myself out of my mood, rut, whatever was going on. And really, like, I couldn't even push myself to just sit and record. Like, that's when I knew I was like, I'm not even gonna attempt this episode tonight because I don't want to be rushing through it and just getting it done just to get it done. Like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to give this 100% of my efforts when I do this. And I wasn't really feeling it. Well, I really wasn't feeling it. So I just kind of pushed it aside for a day. And I thought honestly about recording it today after work, but I thought about recording it today and just getting it up either late or tomorrow. But then with my whole car situation this morning and trying to figure out how to do that and fix that, I didn't know when or if I was going to even record this week. I probably like could have recorded like tonight, but I didn't know how my day was going to go based on whenever my car would get fixed and blah, 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 and whatever. And I wasn't expecting to call out of work and all this stuff. Like, this morning was just super crazy. So I didn't know what was going on. I didn't want to say, hey, it'll be up, blah, 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 when I really didn't know myself. So This episode, obviously, as you're hearing it, listening to it now, it is out this week, but I love you guys so much for hanging in there with me and for listening to my babbles. Yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next week back with a brand new episode. Bye.